Hi, you guys. Happy Tuesday. I just cleaned my phone with a dirty sock. Not sorry. All right, so I wanted to hop on here and I wanted to visually show you guys this concept of building your business. And I want you to visually see this. This is from start to finish, how you guys can, if you can hear, just make sure you guys tell me if you can hear me too, okay? Because I do have my little earbud things in, because I'm just trying to be quiet or something. Is that even a real thing for me? I just don't know. I'm just gonna hit invite. If you guys are hopping on, say hello. I'm so proud of you guys. Tell me if you're new. Tell me if you're not. Tell me if you're overcoming fears. Tell me if you're not. Can you guys hear me okay? Or give me hearts because those are super fast. Hi. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Could you hear me with my earbuds in? You should be able to, right? Okay. We are going to, hi, Katie. Can you hear me with my earbuds? Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go into this. Let me move a couple things because there are a lot of you guys that are actually getting started right now too. So I feel like this is kind of really perfect timing to just show you this concept too. And I did just do a training video about this and it is on my YouTube. Okay. I'm very quiet. Okay. I can just be loud then. It's fine. Let's be loud. Okay. So here's the deal, you guys. You are building your business. Okay. I don't know the best way to do this. Let's do it like this. You are building your business. Okay. So you get started. This is you. Okay. And your first win is you getting your $100 shopping spree. Okay. This is your first win that you're going to get. Your brain, your happy little self right here. You are full of nerves. You are, fearful. Sometimes we're talking ourselves out of doing things all the time. And so literally, chemically in our brains, to combat all of this crap, we need to have our first wins. We need to earn this shopping spree because this is going to make you feel so good and this is going to make you so happy. Most of the time, you guys, success isn't even about getting to a certain place. It's just about a state of being. It's about oh my God, for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm actually accomplishing something. You have to have this first win, okay? This is the first thing that I want you to understand. Now, number 2, what things are you going to be doing on your social media every single day to build this business? I've built this business for the last 6 years as a top 10 in the world money earner, okay? Using Facebook and Instagram. This is how I've built my whole entire business, okay? I do 4 core things every single day. Okay, it's just this cycle. Now, each of these things, these intertwine. These all intertwine. So this is like an arrow because in order for one to work, you have to have the other. It's just like having a plant. In order for a plant to grow, you have to have dirt, you have to have a seed, you have to have sunlight, and you have to have water. You have to have all of those things for the plant to grow, or else if there's no water, it'll be dry. If there's no sun, it won't get its nutrients. If there's no dirt, what's it going to grow in? If there's no seed, there's nothing to grow in general. All of these things are going to be coinciding together, okay? Number 1, you have to post, okay? I post in 2 areas. I post in my stories and I post on my page. Okay, my little secret, you guys, especially for my page, I go on Pinterest and I download a content creation calendar, and I will spend about 2 hours on the first of the month or maybe the day before, the last day of the previous month, depending on what's going on, and I will literally write every single post for that month. On my main page, you are going to see a beautiful picture, okay, a quality picture. I'm going to be posing. I'm going to be like so Instagram model, you like can't even deal with yourself, because that's what people want to see. We need to see things that are attracted to the eye, because that makes people like them too, and it makes them interested, okay? And then I'm posting about my core beliefs. I can't write. I'm like trying to hold this and not fall. My core beliefs. Okay? Your core beliefs are who you are. Who are you? Okay? I'm a mom. I'm a wife. Self-love. We just moved. I'm free-spirited. You know, like, I meal prep. Like, a lot of people know me from that. What else? Like when we travel to Disney, we go to Disney, like I just have like core beliefs though. So what I'm trying to do, you guys, is on my main page, I'm going to be posting any picture. I literally can post a picture of just me looking cute in a nice picture, and like the wording doesn't have to coincide with the picture. The picture catches people's attention and then they read my words. Does that make sense? And make sure you guys are commenting below if you're like getting this. Like, let me know, because it just makes me excited when you're getting it. Okay, so this is where you're going to show people like your core beliefs. Now in your stories, this is where they're going to learn all about you. They are going to learn who you are with your stories. So this is going to be, your behind the scenes. This is going to be me waking up every morning, what my view is. This is going to be how I talk, the things I eat, me playing with my kids, where I'm going, the things that we're doing, the products that I'm using. So this, I really honestly like post one main thing on my page per day on my Instagram. And then my stories is going to be just filled with a bunch of stuff. And it's not just a bunch of it works before and after pictures. This is, again, who am I? I am not a before and after picture. I want them to no, because here's the thing. Your posts show, this is the number one thing. This is where relationships are made, through your posts, okay? They need to see this stuff so they can read your core beliefs, so they can see your story, so they can see who you are. And this is when they say, oh my God, I relate. I totally relate. So they watch my stuff and they see my dreams and they see my visions and the things that I want to accomplish. And it makes them want to be a part of this business. It makes them want to use these products, okay? So that's number one. Number two, we reach out. Now, I don't know, how like far like into, this industry and this business that you are. But some of you guys are all like, oh my God, like cold messaging and all this stuff is bad. You need to let that stuff go, okay? Just let the kinds of messaging, the labels, all this kind of stuff, we do not fit into a box, okay? We reach out to people. People want to be wanted. But I'm going to tell you something. Here is Susie, okay? Here's Susie. She's so cute. She's got curly hair, okay? Here's Susie. Jade comes along and knocks on Susie's door. And I'm like, hey, Susie, I just moved here. Hello. And Susie's like, I don't know who the F that girl is. I am not even going to answer. This girl's weird. But what's Susie going to do? She's going to peek out her little window and she's going to eyeball me and see what I'm up to. This is the same thing that happens on social media, you guys. If I message Susie and I'm going to message her about being a distributor, okay? I'm messaging about being a distributor is what I'm going to do. Minus, you guys like get your first win, okay? Get your loyal customer bonus, get that free product. But from then on, we're going to start changing our messages and we're going to be reaching out to people to be a distributor, and I'll explain why. So when I message Susie and I'm like, hey, Susie, I just had to reach out to you and let you know, I think you're just like so amazing. I see you've got kids. I think you're so sweet. You're so funny. I think you'd be really great at this business. Can I give you some information and see if this would be a good fit for you? even if she does not respond on Facebook and Instagram, okay, my profile picture is a circle and a picture of me smiling. What happens, you guys, when I post in my stories? This circle becomes blue or colorful. And when I message somebody, what happens? Here's my message. And she's just there like looking at me like, who the hell is this? Like what is happening? She sees this blue circle and she clicks it and she starts watching my story. She starts seeing, who am I? What am I about? The Facebook and Instagram algorithm says Susie wants to see my stuff because she clicked on my page. Now she's going to start seeing my main picture and she's going to learn about my core beliefs and my vision. Do you see how this like ties together? So even if Susie does not respond to me, what I did was in the dirt, I planted a seed. Okay? And every time she sees my stories, every time she sees my page, that is the sunlight and that is the rain that's watering this seed so it can grow. Okay? If you are not reaching out, your posts are going unseen. If you are not posting, you are not watering this seed that you have planted. This reach out plants the seed. You have to plant that seed, you guys. You have to. And you have to be putting good, this is what we call content, your posts, your stories on your page, because she needs to be able to relate to me. Susie needs to be able to relate to me. So number 3, then what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to follow up. Now, I do want to backtrack just a second. Part of this whole messaging thing, you guys, is understanding how to have the meat of the conversation, all right? You having that initial reach out is just the bun. Then you've got the meat and the cheese and the lettuce and all the all of your condiments or whatever. That's the space where you're telling people what it is that we do and how we do it. They're gonna ask questions like, well, how do you make money and how do you do this? You guys are gonna talk about stuff. You've got to know how to have these conversations, and we're gonna go into that too. I'm gonna in another video, we're gonna really dive into how to have a proper conversation with a distributor, okay? Because you need to know how to tell them what we do, how we do it, how to make money, and then you're gonna overcome objections. Now, how many of you guys shit your pants every single time someone's like, well, I don't have time and I don't have money and my boyfriend doesn't believe in me and I don't have anybody that'll support me? Those are called objections. Welcome to the world of network marketing. This is a profession. If you can get all the way down to the part where you are coming to the objections, you are going to be in a very, very, very good place, because after this hump is where the enrollment happens. Okay? So I want you to know. Okay, so now we are going to follow up, okay? So I messaged Susie, let's say a week ago. Maybe she didn't reply. Let's just go with that scenario. But what do I know? Because Susie sees my message, she sees my little blue light glowing around my face, she clicked on my thing, she started watching my page, she knows my core beliefs, she started watching my stories, she knows who I am, she's seeing me talking, she's seeing me having fun with my kids. What happens now? She relates to me. So next week, I follow up with Susie and I say, whatever, like, hey girl, I just wanted to let you know, I have 2 spots left out this month on my team. Like, I would just love to have you be a part of this, whatever that message is. Because Susie feels like she has some sort of relation to me, like she feels like I get her because maybe she's a mom and I'm a mom, or maybe we both love grilled cheese sandwiches, like whatever that may be. She actually has a very, very much higher chance now of actually replying to me because of this relationship building. You didn't even have to freaking ask her what what kind of sheets she sleeps on. We built a relationship without you even talking to her. Isn't that amazing? So the more candid you are and like real you are in the stories, you guys, the better off you're going to be. Okay. Now let's say that Susie and I did have a conversation, and we got through the meat and the cheese and the lettuce of the conversation, and I got a date from her of when she wants to enroll. Again, since we had a conversation, you guys, like, there is a scale of 1 through 10 of like where people are ready to get started. If you message somebody and they don't respond, you're typically going to be at that point somewhere hovering between a 1 and a 3 of like ready to get started. Every time they see your posts, it just inches them closer and closer and closer and closer. And then they talk themselves out of it. And then they see a post and it inches them closer and closer and closer. And then you follow up and it inches them closer. And then someone's a douchebag and tells them that they shouldn't do this. And then they inch closer and closer because they see your post again. Do you know what I'm saying? And then they talk themselves out of it. And then eventually, you know what I mean? And you keep following up and it inches them closer and they keep seeing your post and they keep having relation. And then all of a sudden you keep following up and you followed up 27 times and they saw your post and there's something's going on and now they're ready to enroll. That's why it takes time. You have to you got to keep moving them forward. You got to keep encouraging them forward. Okay. So you follow up to stay in their back pocket. You want to be the first person to message somebody, and you want to be the last person to talk to them, because whoever is that last person to talk to them, whoever talks to them when they're at that 10 is who's going to enroll them. Could you imagine what would happen if you were that person that planted that seed and you were posting good content and you were following up, and every time they doubted themselves, you kept pushing them forward, and and we did this like yo-yo game, and you stopped following up with them maybe when they were at an 8 or like a 9 because you're like, whatever, they don't want this anymore. They're not being serious. I followed up with them 13 times. And guess what happens? Cheyenne comes along and is like, hey, I'm Cheyenne, and I'm going to message you for the first time. She's going to enroll her, even though I did all this work. She enrolled because she was inspired by me, but I'm not the one that plucked that seed. So whoever farms that seed, whoever plants it and waters it and do all this stuff, you have to be actually the person to pull the seed out of the ground if you actually want to be the enroller. This is a farming business, you guys, honestly. But every time I reach out to Susie and I follow up with her, I'm encouraging her more and more and more to get to that 10. Does this make sense, you guys? Do these visuals help you? I really feel like sometimes we need to see this visual type of stuff for us to like understand. This is a lot of like logic and like science and creativity, but I want you guys to understand how this works. Okay? Now, the last thing that we do is we grow our network. We add more friends, okay? Your network is very important because your goal is to like know who you are. You need to know what your core beliefs are, because those are the people that you want to grow your network with. Because if someone I add as a friend has the same core beliefs as me, and they start seeing my posts, they're going to relate to me more. Does this make sense? So if I am like, and here's the thing, if you can kind of like piece apart like all of your beliefs and get creative enough to where like you can be very multifaceted and write about so many things, you're actually going to be able to relate to more people and not just like one kind of people. If your core beliefs are that you're a mom and you're vegan, that's like two freaking things. The amount of people that you can relate to are super small. But if you can pick that apart and you're like, I'm a mom and a wife and I love self-love and I love Jesus and I'm like a hippie kind of person and I love Disney and I do this and I do that and I believe in this and I believe in that and I do this. And all of a sudden your list is super long. So the people you can grow your network with is so much bigger. You're going to relate to more people. You're going to enroll more people. Okay, so grow your network with the people that have the same core beliefs as me. So to keep it super simple, I'm going to add probably like moms for sure. I guess like my Instagram demographic, this isn't like on purpose, it just kind of happened that way, is between the ages of 25 and like 32 or 35 or something like that, I think is what it said. So maybe if you're like kind of teetering on the younger side, maybe college, maybe your demographic is like 18 to 25. I don't know. But that's going to be, so what we want to do, okay, is I want to grow my network with people who probably most likely, and it's like a shot in the dark. You really don't know, but you make assumptions. So, you try to find people like in mom groups, or, if you love dogs, try to find people in dog groups, like find people that relate to you somehow because you guys have similar beliefs. So grow your network with people who have similar beliefs. We are going to message them. We're going to reach out to them. That's going to invite them to watch your posts. Your posts are going to water and sun the seeds and convince them a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more that they want to do this. You're going to reach out to them to continue to be that person who's there, and we're going to follow up over and over and over. We're never going to stop following up. And now do you understand why this is like also so important? If you're not growing your network, you have less seeds you're planting. Like do you ever see a farmer that only plants like 10 things of corn in the ground? Like that's stupid. You guys, like you're growing a business. You guys want a lifetime business. Do you want to just make money for the next 3 months, or would you like to make money for the next like 300 years, like for your kids too? Be smart. Plant like as many seeds as you can, okay? Because this is the thing too. Everybody starts at different spots. So you might message someone for the first time and they're at like a 5. So for them to get to a 10, it's going to take a shorter amount of time. You might enroll someone that's at like a freaking 0. They have no idea what you're talking about. Everybody's going to fall in a different place. So it's so, so, so important that you're doing the posting and that you're doing the reaching out. Don't yell at him. Take him potty. He probably has to go to the bathroom. That you are following up. Now I'm going to teach you another trick with the follow-up, and you guys are going to love that too. So what do you think about this? Is this just like blowing your mind? Okay. So that's basically how you enroll distributors. Okay. Is like how you're going to end up enrolling distributors. Now here's the thing too. How do I still enroll customers? Okay. Well, I still enroll customers because number one, in my posts, in my stories, I am posting my personal results. I'm showing me like examples of me using the products. Randomly, I'm going to be, talking about like maybe like some sort of challenge I'm doing. I'll show before and afters, but that's not all it is. If I go to your stories and you have 37 like stories, remember that your stories needs to be your behind the scenes. This is who you are. And if all you're showing is just slide after slide of like you just went to a whole bunch of leaders' pages and you just like screenshot a whole bunch of crap, people aren't even going to look at it. They want to know who you are. You want to like pop that stuff in there, okay? But I get so many messages about the coffee because they see me personally using it, just like super nonchalant. I'm not even talking in the video that I like record. You know what I mean? The other way that I enroll customers anyways is through my number 3, and that's my follow-up, okay? So I'm leading with being a distributor. So I message, here's Susie's back again, okay? So I message Susie, and then we message about being a distributor. And her and I have a whole entire conversation, and I follow up with her on Friday because she's supposed to enroll. And maybe she, doesn't answer, or she says, I can't do it. I need to wait till next time. So then the next Friday, or maybe 2 weeks from then, comes and she can't do it and she doesn't have the money. She needs to wait till next time. Okay, Susie, that's fine. Because what do I know? I need people to enroll right now. I need people to enroll in 8 months from now. Like, Susie, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna pluck that seed. Don't even care. So then the next Friday comes, same thing. She can't get started or she doesn't have the money. So what do I do now? This is where I flipped the script. Okay, because what you guys need to understand, this is like science and math. This is a proven thing that it takes the average person 7 to 21 times of following up before they're at a 10. This is proven. This is a literal thing. So if you're stopping at 3, you're not there yet, you guys. So the biggest question is always, well, how do I get beyond these first 3 follow-ups without sounding this like repetitive jerk? First of all, you need to know that following up is a part of what we do, okay? If you talk to someone, it is your job to be committed to following up with them. That is what you are supposed to do. Get used to it. The only time you are a jerk is if you are an a-hole. Don't be an a-hole. You won't be a jerk. You're not pressuring anybody, okay? So this is when we flip the script. We're going to flip the script, and now we are going to message about some sort of weight loss deal. So like random, okay? So I'm going to be like, hey girl, I just wanted to let you know I just had a spot open up for my weight loss challenge. So now I'm flipping it. So what I'm saying by flipping is I'm going from distributor to a loyal customer basically thing. I'm like flipping what I'm talking about. So maybe you first talked to someone about being a customer and you followed up with them 3 times. Now I'm going to flip the script and we're going to talk about being a distributor. So you're basically just going to talk about something different, okay? So I messaged her about a weight loss challenge. I don't care if she answers me or not. Why? I don't care if she messages me or not, because I know that every time I follow up with her, she watches my posts more. She sees my stories. She sees my core beliefs. Her wheels are cranking and she's inching closer and closer and closer to being 10, even if it's not about what we originally talked about. No, this is the truth, you guys. So then the next time I message her about some hair growth challenge, and then the next time I message her about being a distributor, and then the next time I message her, maybe we've got some sort of like, detox, something like I'm just making up some sort of deals. And maybe it's that detox that was the gold. And she replies. I give her information about the detox challenge, okay? And through that, I just very casually say, am I crazy, or were we talking about you being a distributor before? What happened with that? And now, what did I say? If we can get to that spot where we are overcoming objections and she's telling me why she's fearful, so those objections are always fears. If we can talk about those objections and we overcome that, that is when the enrollment happens. Does that make sense? That's when the enrollment happens. Okay, so you want to get there. So I end up enrolling customers anyways, because sometimes people just don't want to be a distributor, but normally I always get them to that spot that like, hey, am I like crazy, or like, did we discuss you being a distributor? Like, I just act like I didn't see all these messages that we've clearly had before, but like, I just try to be really chill and non-pressury and nonchalant. Okay. A lot of the times, like, you guys, the way that I believe it, I believe that if someone wants to use a product, it's because if it works, they want to become a distributor and make money. And I treat every single person that way. So we always talk about being a distributor. Like, I always throw that in there. I'm like nonchalant, like, hey, by the way, like, have you ever thought of doing this? Because I actually just looked at your page and I think you'd be really good. Okay. So this whole thing might go literally like on and on and on, like forever. This might be like a mile long. You're like, I've literally followed up with this person for 8 months. Who gives 2 craps? You're going to need someone to enroll with you in 8 months. So you are planting seeds now that are going to grow, because I'm going to tell you something. If you don't enroll this girl, she's going to enroll with someone else. I promise you, someone else is going to come along and enroll this person, and they're watching. They're watching your posts, they're watching your stories, and this is where a lot of you guys go wrong. So you have your first 3 months that you're in this business, and your first month, you're normally getting your $100 shopping spree, and it's normally your easiest customers. This is where a lot of network building has to come, because like I started my Facebook only had 167 friends. So I had to add every single day, add, so that way I could really start to have a network. And this is the thing too. These people that like, you have a period of time where people are watching. They're waiting for you to quit. They need to keep seeing your posts. You need to keep following up. They need to see your core beliefs. They need to see who you are, so they relate to you, because there's people who just think you're just another person who started a business and who wants to sell some crap, just to bother them. But I'm telling you, when you keep going and you don't give up and you bust through this 3rd month and you just keep plugging along, man, and I'm telling you, you're like giving your best. You're not like, oh, I'll work harder when I make more money. You're going to work harder and it's going to make you more money. You have to do the work first. If you keep doing this, all of a sudden, right here is where the magic happened, because you have a shit ton of people that are in your network that are watching you. You have a shit ton of seeds that are planted. You have a crap ton of people you've been following up with. Crap ton of people watching your story, which is like watching a show basically. They're going to enroll because you did not give up. How many of you guys didn't even get to pass your second month in your business and you're on this? And you're watching this video and you're like, oh, well, I'm behind now. Well, guess what? The best day to start's today. You know what I mean? Like, start feeling sorry for yourself and start today. Okay? Now, here's another concept for you. Okay? Say, yes, getting loyal customers is a very, very easy win. And it obviously we make money from our loyal customers, but our biggest opportunity for money, it just is what it is. It's getting distributors, you guys. It's getting distributors. So if you are someone who's spending, like maybe 5 to 8 hours a day, like you're just like working this in the nooks and crannies of the day, or you're like working super, super hard, and you're enrolling like 30 plus customers every single month. Let's just say, with this compensation plan, you guys, let's just say I'm going to say $100 each, just because like I'm not good at math, but that's $3,000 in sales, and you get like 10 to 15% of that. That's not bad, first of all. So don't be like, oh my God, should I go sell like pots and pans because they're going to sell me they're going to give me 45%. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we have multiple ways that we make money. So like, let's use the whole entire compensation plan. Okay. But you're going to make, let's just say like $300. Okay. But I'm going to tell you something. With this same 5 to 8 hours that you're trying to go slay and enroll 30 customers and get like a merit badge for that, you could have enrolled maybe 5 to 10 distributors. Okay? 5 to 10 distributors. When every single one of those people, let's say 10. Oh, hell yeah, I can enroll 15 or 20 distributors with that amount of shit, with that amount of time during the day. Oh my God, I don't even know what that kind of time looks like, okay? So let's say you enroll 10 distributors. Just in fast start bonuses, that's $1,000. Okay. Then not including whatever, your commission would be from that too. So let's say, oh my God, I don't even know. Let's just say $300 in commission. Let's just, from whatever like sales and everything everybody's getting. Okay. You're already at $1,300 over the 300. Okay. And just so you guys know, when you get to diamond and above, you get extra bonuses on the people that you enroll. So not only do you get $100 for every single person you enroll, but you also get an extra $80. So that's $180 per person times 10. That's $1,800 alone, plus whatever commission. Like you guys like get to diamond and above because your income just can like explode from there. Okay. And now here's you, and you have 10 people on your team. So let me just like whip something out here off the top of my head. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh God, there's more. So let's just say 9, 10. If you enrolled 10 distributors, you almost have a full diamond chart every single month. And when someone goes diamond underneath you, you get an extra percent, like a bonus on their volume, on their group volume. Anyways, okay, do you like understand? So yes, your customer, like customers are great. Like we made commission off of our customers and like that's fine. But the way that like I believe that people want to change their lives, I believe that people want to like are struggling. They are, whether they show it or not, and so like, let's change the world and like be compensated for it. I'm of high value and of high compensation. Like I deserve that. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is with the same hours. Like, what do you want to do with your time? Do you guys want to make $1,300 or do you want to make $300? Okay. So following this whole entire concept, just like over and over and over since I've built my business, it's the same every single month. So I get asked, well, like, like when do you try to enroll, customers or whatever, like when do you really, really focus on that? First and foremost, you guys, you get what you focus on. You get what you focus on, okay? So if you start like slaying the game, like let's say this is like ground one, this is July, and you really start planting, those seeds of being distributors. Like I said before, it's going to take some time for these seeds to grow. It's going to take time. Like you need to start going through the circle of life, or they need to start seeing your posts and seeing your stories, and you need to reach out to them, and you need to follow up to them, and they're going to see your core beliefs. All this starts happening. But what happens is if this is July and all this is happening, and then August comes and you keep doing this, you keep planting seeds, and then September comes and you keep planting seeds. Oh gosh, all of a sudden my July seeds start popping, and then September, October comes, and oh my gosh, some of my August seeds are coming, and then a lot more of my July seeds are coming, and then November comes, and I've got more, more people so then November comes and I'm planting more seeds, and now I've got more people from July, more people from August, more people from September, more people from October. This is how momentum is created. Does that make sense? That's why you have to keep on going. So like, what if your standard every single month was to help 10 people get started, and you worked super, super hard and you continue to plant seeds? Okay. It's called synergy. Like if you plant 100 seeds this month and 100 seeds this month, now you have 200 seeds. Then you have 300 seeds. Then you have 400 seeds. And it takes time for people to keep watching your stuff and to like understand who you are and what your core beliefs are, so that way they can really like know that they can trust you and that they relate to you. Does this make sense? Did anybody's like light bulb just like go off? So keep freaking going. Keep planting distributor seeds. Then all of a sudden, December comes, you've planted all these seeds, and maybe it's the holidays. Maybe people's buttholes are puckered and they're broken, like they're like, crap, Christmas is coming. But then what happens in January? Everybody wants to change their life because it's New Year, and now you have 6 months of seeds that have been planted of people that just made their New Year's resolutions, and these freaking people are ready to go. All of the work that you did, you just kept going. Does this make sense? Does this make sense, you guys? So if you are not enrolling, it's because one of these things, if not more, is not happening. You're not posting your story for people to know who you are, and you're not posting your core beliefs on your page so people can relate to you. You're not planting that seed to like knock on that door and say like, hey, come watch my stuff, to where they start to even like look at your stuff. You're not following up. Following up is what makes this number go up, gets them to a 10. And you're not growing your network with people who are like you, right? And we have to keep this network growing, because like you're going to run out of seeds. You can't do this if you're just trying to build a business with the same 100 people. I cannot build a lifetime business off of what I did in July. Does this make sense? Okay. And then remember, it's about what's in this conversation when you do reach out to them, knowing how to explain what we do and how we do it, and and being able to like have a good conversation where someone can like tell you about themselves, and you can regurgitate it back to them and explain to them like why this business would be able to like fit in their life. And you want to get to their objections and their fears, because as soon as you hump over that, then that's going to be the time that they enroll. Okay? So this is my business model, period, all the time, always. Every month, this is what I'm doing. Just period. I'm just growing my business, and I enroll a lot, like 15 distributors, and I still enroll customers anyways. The only time that I'm focusing on getting customers is if it's like the month that I'm like trying to enroll, and I'm just gonna like kind of go crazy, like helping fill volume. Sorry, I'm like in my sports bra. It's like totally fine. I have baby poop on my shirt from earlier. But anyways, so I wanted to explain this to you guys. Okay. Now the next thing is have a good system. So eventually, you guys, like if you follow this, you're going to end up enrolling a lot of people. And if you enroll a lot of people, you're going to need to keep track of them. So I have my new distributor tracker. It's in the files tab. and I can keep track of when they enrolled and who I partnered them up with. I can keep track of their first customers because I want to make sure these people are getting their shopping sprees. It's not about me getting my $100 bonus. It's about them getting their first win. So they're excited. So chemically in their brain, they feel like so good about this decision. It's scary. It's scary to do this. That's not a lie. So we want to keep people moving forward, and we want to keep them feeling great, and we want to keep them feeling just excited, excited. So I hope this helps you guys. I really hope that this post, last time I posted something in our page, it didn't give me the option to save it, which was super annoying. So I'll have to figure something else out because this was like really great. But I want you guys to start this today. Like, if you take anything from me, just know that for the last 6 years, I asked someone, a question about like building this business, and they've been doing this for almost 10 years. And I was like, after 10 years, you've tried all different kinds of things, and after 10 years, like, it wasn't this, it was something else. After 10 years, like, these are the things that, like, you still do, or, like, you decide to do with your time because you know that, like, this is just it. Take the garbage away, okay? Take the BS away. 4 things to build your business. Oh, my God, my cat is so loud. Jeez. Wake my kids up. Just do this, and I promise you guys will see your businesses explode. If you want to, like, some of you guys want to do this for a couple extra $100, some of you guys want to do this for a couple $1,000s. If you are like, I want to make a 5-figure paycheck and do things that, like, I never even thought was like a thing, like, ever possible, then do this, because you will make so much money. And you might have to hold yourself accountable. You might have to make a list. You might have to structure yourself. You guys, my life is a lot more complicated than it used to be. It's a lot extra effort. I'm like planning my days and meal prepping and trying to find nooks and crannies of my day that I can, like, fit this business in. But guess what? I got to pay my bills. No one cares. None of my bills care, but the mortgage company does not care. I'm like, oh my God, sorry, I can't pay my mortgage this month. Could I just have been, like, super busy? They don't give 2 craps. They will kick me out of my house. So sometimes we got to suck it up. Just because we can decide when to work this business doesn't mean that we can decide to not work this business. Like, if you wanted to pay your bills, you have to treat this like a full-time thing. You've got to treat it very, very seriously. Tick. There's so many freaking ticks down here. Anyways, you guys, all right, well, I love you so much. I hope you guys have an amazing night. Hopefully I can post this. Oh my God, I love her. Yes. Yes, that's me. Even my hump. Do you see she's got a hump? See, that's what's going to happen to me.
You're down so much.
No, I have a hump on the back of my neck. Anyways, guys, all right. Bye.